Good evening and thank you for watching tonight. More than 15,000 18-wheelers pass through the heart of Austin every day. Just like the cars we drive, parts of those trucks break down and the drivers may not always realize it.
In tonight's special Crime Watch, Fox 7's Noelle Newton shows us how Travis County deputies have recently increased their inspections to catch any faulty parts before the situation ends in a crash.
A Travis County deputy stops an 18-wheeler in southeast Austin.
We've got a flatbed truck here. He's not carrying a load.
It's not because the deputy noticed something wrong. His selection is purely random. He guides the truck driver to another location to make sure everything is in working order.
I'm coming in with a flatbed.
The 5 deputies who make up the Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Unit are waiting.
Do you have your driver's license, your registration?
While Deputy Jesse Tippy talks with the driver, others prep for the inspection. Tippy first checks the lights.
High beam, low beam.
He walks around the entire truck, paying special attention to the tires. Another deputy rolls underneath the truck.
Left signal, right signal.
Tippy's biggest concern is the brakes. This truck has one that is not functioning properly.
This one's back in the hose, which means the hose is bad. He's going to have to replace that hose. Do you see it all bubbling up?
The issue will not put the truck out of service. The driver of the truck parked next to it is not so lucky. He was ordered to stay put until mechanics could fix his brakes.
We did a random check on him, and at that time we found that he had multiple brakes that were out of service, which means he's lacking stopping power for this particular vehicle.
Adding to the scary scenario, he was hauling jet fuel.
And if you're in front of him and you stop, and he's incapable of stopping, now you have 80,000-pound vehicle on the back of your small passenger car.
The department began conducting federal motor carrier regulation inspections last year. During that time, 725 inspections were completed. 3,500 violations were found. Out of the 700-plus inspections, 550 out-of-service violations were noted. That means the trucks had to be repaired on the spot before getting back out onto the roadway. 118 inspections resulted in no violations.
We tell a lot of our guys who come out with us, and they're like, if I knew that, I wouldn't drive next to these things.
This is why inspections are so important. These are photos of an 18-wheeler that caught fire on I-35 in October. It was hauling cattle. Deputy Tippy says he inspected one truck where the whole front suspension was loose.
They turn their steering and the whole axle slides back and forth on the springs. You know, their wheels will pop as they turn. You know, that their whole front end was loose, and they told me that they didn't realize that it was loose. They didn't know that.
That particular truck, he says, was coming down the 130 toll at 65 to 70 miles per hour, hauling 40,000 pounds of sand.
Those vehicles are going down the road, and at any time that could come apart and cause a major collision. Turn wheels all the way that way.
Deputies know the risks. They conduct these inspections daily to keep drivers safe. It's not necessarily the drivers or trucking company's fault.
If you have equipment, you're going to have things that are going to break. You're going to have things that are going to wear out. There are some companies, and there's a lot of companies that actually they stay on top of it.
And when they don't, these deputies are sure to get any issue fixed. Noelle Newton, Fox 7 News Edge.
Noelle adds the top violations include lighting, securing their loads, brake issues, steering system issues, and weight violations.